Yo, this Dragon Ball Super episode though? My guy Beerus is playing no games. We need to discuss, we need to talk, let's go. Episode starts off immediately with them and their doubts. They have all these doubts about Beerus, or not Beerus, they have all these doubts about Zomasu, and from what all the theories, from what we've all been speculating, especially me myself, within these videos, we're 100% right, because I knew that Zomasu was gonna kill Gowasu, because you can clearly see in the future that Gowasu doesn't exist, and he only needs to kill Gowasu, so he can use his time rings to become a full-fledged Kai, that way no one can stop him. So he needs to get Gowasu out of the way to complete his plan, or to even start up the plan. And we know that he needs to kill Gowasu, and now they're all finding out that he needs to kill Gowasu in order to continue with this plan. Good for anyone in the future to find this out. A lot of interesting things happen in this episode. Again, let's discuss this. Again, it starts off with them just kind of seeing the area again, kind of patrolling. Zomasu lying straight up into their face. I'm like, bro, who are you? Why are you lying? Stop! Like, you sit there lying to all their faces. And I'm like, you really trying to lie to a god? You really think they're gonna believe that? Especially Whis, the smartest one there. Like, you really think that's gonna get through? So they just kind of give them some food, steer ahead. Went outside of their galaxy, or somewhat close to another galaxy, or either in the same galaxy, and what they may have done then is they kind of just patrolled to see what they're gonna do. They watched them from the perspective of Whis' little crystal orb ball on his staff. They watched it all happen there. You could even see the Supreme Kai has the most doubts. He knows that Zomasu is sketchy as shit. He knows the entire plan. First off, my guy, remember, my guy. And the thing about it too, the night thing we also learned from this episode is that the god of destruction can sense the intent to kill within anybody much faster and much more apparent than anybody else can. I guess that kind of, you know, goes along with the name, since he is the god of destruction. If anybody has any intent to destroy or to cause destruction, which can be with murderous intent is how you cause destruction. He, of course, obviously should be able to, you know, sense the ability to want to kill a lot quicker than anybody else. And it does seem like he easily can. We learned that within this episode. He 100% saw right through Zomasu. He just is very good at hiding it because, again, he can't act within his God-given right unless, of course, it's 100% confirmed. So they waited it out. They just waited to see once it confirms, and I thought to myself maybe that they, because Whis is time lapse, Whis can go back into time a few seconds before something chaotic happens. I thought maybe that they did that in order to record, what they saw. I thought that they could visually record that and then show Gowasu and Zomasu that they just recorded this scene right here. When instead, he stopped Zomasu from about to be swiping up Gowasu's neck. He stops him right there, put the little cute little glove on it. That's Whis' nature right there. The cute little adorable glove that he puts on it to prevent him from killing Gowasu. And then we later find out, seeing that it's all true. It's all true. I didn't get it at first. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't get it at first. I didn't get why I put the glove there. I thought that maybe they would just show Gowasu the proof of them just watching Zomasu kill Gowasu. I thought they were gonna show him that, but they didn't. Instead, they put a glove preventing his powers. I think it like stopped. It definitely has the ability to. There's like a fruit fly in it. It definitely stopped him from killing Gowasu. That's number one. Number two, it definitely like holds back his power, I guess you could say as well. Like, it definitely prevents him from using his power. He'd have to like break it off, if anything, before he can do that. But it was, I guess, like small. I guess like a small hand shield, if you want to put it that way. I thought maybe they're gonna show Gowasu just kind of go in for the kill and just kind of, or Zomasu go in for the kill and show him the proof of that visual. But I guess they did not. That would have been a little cooler, honestly, if they did show the visual of that. But I guess not, which is understandable. I guess not. You know, I guess not. But another tidbit as well I thought it was really cool is Supreme Kai is there spitting every fact, every factual right there. He is spitting there. He's like, oh no, your entire plan. Inserts entire plan. Zomasu's face, he's not even shocked. He's just like, I'm impressed. Like, he seems a little too comfortable and a little too confident that they stopped it. Maybe he has another alternative, maybe not. But yeah, guy, Beerus is there to prevent any other type of alternative that could ever possibly happen within their time lapse right there. Goes up to him, Hakai, and he kills him on sight. I was like, yes, yes, we finally get to see Beerus do some crazy shit. Yes, yes, yes. I was so hyped when I saw that, dude. He literally just put his hand in front of his face, he's like, die. Bam, he instantly just shocks his buddy from the inside out and erases him. He literally, quote unquote from his name, destroys him. Like the most non-lethal way possible, the most explosive way possible. You know, you hear destruction, you think of this huge, like huge explosive, you know, you think of this huge chaotic explosive that is so visually apparent and it's everywhere, but no. He just kills him from the inside out and he erases his cells. I was like, this right here, this is cool. This is cool enough. Anybody else knew the information that Supreme Kai and God of Destruction were tied together? They could just kill the Supreme Kai and Beerus would be dead. They could just do that. Maybe eventually, you know, there'll be some people that are hunting down gods. Maybe eventually some type of assassin similar to Hit. Maybe eventually if they're at a different arc, that'd be kind of cool. If they had somebody trying to kill off all the gods and they wouldn't like go after the gods, they'd kill the Supreme Kai of every god. It's the easy way out, but hey, it's still out. You know, it's still out. Interesting enough though, Bulma talks about it as well as Trunks, and I'm just gonna skip ahead because I don't really care about little Trunks talking to big Trunks. She's like, hey, you gotta pick yourself up sometimes. You know, it's like when Naruto fought Naruto. You gotta pick yourself up sometimes. Stand up, go do your thing. And you can tell the young Trunks is very similar to his father right now, because that's something that Vegeta would have 100% said, to where future Trunks is literally nothing like his father. He's like his own person. You know, he's a very more moral person who's very heavily ethical with his morals and who's not a bloodthirsty pride saying like his father. Nothing like that at all, but yet Kid Trunks still is. I feel like Kid Trunks will grow up. This one, he will grow up to be a blend of the two, a blend of his father as well as a blend of future Trunks. I feel like he'll be a perfect blend of the two, where he'll have his morals and his ethics, but at the same time, he'll have his pride and his bloodlust Saiyan blood running through him. You know, I feel like he'll be just like that, a mixture of the two, you know? But going on, Trunks pointed out, and this is what's been bothering me for like forever, but now since it's pointed out in the anime, it's kind of confirming all my doubts and theories. That Trunks states that when he killed the androids in this time, and he went back to the future, they were still alive as well as Cell. But Beerus points out saying that's because you're a human. If a god kills a god within whatever world, obviously it has to be the past though, in the future, that god will no longer exist because he has fallen to the hands of another god. So Beerus is stating that since he killed Zomasu within this time, if you go to the future, Zomasu does not exist, and if Zomasu does not exist, Black does not exist. Black can only come to be thanks to Zomasu. And if Zomasu is dead, then Black is dead. He never existed to begin with. So they're basically stating that the future was fixed, and that everything was changed the moment that Beerus laid his hands on Zomasu. I was literally sitting here the entire time, and I was like, this is false. I don't care what a god says. This is not true. I need to see with my own two goddamn eyes until I see this happen. Hell no. We later see in the previews for the next episode, the future didn't change. So you know what this means? It is no longer theories anymore. Like myself, a few of the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers that I've talked to as well, and my friends who are also diehard DBZ fans, we've all discussed it. It's not the future of their world. I'm telling you, it's a paradox. It's like his own world with his own future. It completely changed. There is no way that they share the same time, but one of them is much further than the other within the future. There is no way at all, because it doesn't make any sense. If you kill somebody in the past, in the future, it changes. It fixes itself, just like Beerus said. It's just normal time lapse thing, normal time jump shit, right? But every time they prevent the mistake happening in the past, it's still there in the future. It's like them powering up as they're trying to prevent a mistake in the past. So then when they've powered up enough to the point to where they can defeat the villains in the future at their base forms. So it's like, what? That is not the future. That is probably some type of parallel world, some type of paradox, you know? I think Future Trunks' world is a paradox, some type of alternate world, alternate universe that in their future that does not exist, and that probably never will exist within the time that Goku and Vegeta are in now. I just don't. it doesn't add up. And I don't think it adds up for you guys either. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so guys. I want you to think on that. Also, fun bit as well. There's a mistranslation. Black is not immortal. Somebody who translated the episode, the translation said that Black is immortal, and Zomasu said that how does it feel both having immortal bodies? That's not the case at all. It was meant to be a translation of how does it feel that you're not immortal and how he's immortal. It was a mistranslation 100% completely. So no, Black is not immortal. He's not. He wanted to be human impossible to defeat Goku just being similar like himself. So he's not immortal. It was a mistranslation. That's what we need to for the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. With that, I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.